Hey everybody. I wanted to just do a pretty short video to tell you about one of my absolute favorite oils. It's clove oil.
Mama, what are you doing?
I'm doing a video. So, I recently had a couple inquiries about like oral health and how you can use oils to support oral health. So I wanted to tell a little story about how I use clove, how I use it now and how I first used it. So this was about a year and a half ago when we first moved into our new house, and I think I just had like lowered my immune system. I was just stressed out and moving and not sleeping at the time. My son was like 1.5, and we just moved into a new house, and you know how it is when you move. It was just everything. Okay, I will. Do you want to come up and see? No? Okay, then just be quiet for a minute. So I came down with some kind of like tooth infection, and it's backed by like my wisdom teeth. I went to the dentist, and they just immediately say you have to get your wisdom teeth out, which I really don't want to do. So in the meantime, he put me on antibiotics that didn't work. So like days later, I was worse. It was getting worse, not better. My face was swollen. I was in so much pain, and literally like tooth pain is no joke. I think I would probably rather birth a baby than have tooth pain because it was awful. So ended up going to Med Express because this was now like a Sunday and the dentist was closed. So on a Sunday when I'm at Med Express, they switched my antibiotic to a different antibiotic because the first one obviously wasn't working. And in my paperwork that you get from Med Express, it actually said something about clove oil. So that was like my go ahead, like, okay. And I was still pretty new to the oils, so I didn't even have clove oil. So I actually called Chris, if you're watching this. Hey, do you have any clove oil? I'm like, I need it like right now. So she ended up like meeting me at the mall that night, gave me some clove oil. I didn't even know what to do with it. I literally just took some of it on my finger and put it directly in my mouth and rubbed it directly on that area of my gums back where the wisdom teeth are at. And within like, I don't know, like minutes or probably seconds, like I felt so much relief. I felt it just was amazing. So, I will just tell you some safety issues with clove oil. It is considered a hot oil, so it can burn you. And for me, putting that directly in my mouth, I don't usually recommend that people do that. I recommend maybe you put a little bit of coconut oil on your finger, then you put a drop of the clove, and then rub it on there because it will be diluted a little bit with the coconut oil. What I also do now, as just a regular like maintenance thing, I brush my teeth with doTERRA's On Guard toothpaste, and then I fill up my mouth with water, and I put 1 drop of clove directly in my mouth with the water, and I swish it around for 30 seconds or so like a mouthwash because it is actually an antiseptic oil. It's antiviral, it's antibacterial, it's antifungal, it's high in antioxidants, just to name a few of the amazing properties of clove. But I do that on a regular basis, probably 3 to 5 times a week. I do that when I brush my teeth, but if I have any sensitivity or anything going on, I do the coconut oil and put it a little bit directly on my gums, and it's literally amazing. So I also just wanted to tell you how high in antioxidants clove oil is. You know, like blueberries and spinach and like pomegranates, all of those are pretty high in antioxidants. They're like somewhere in like the thousands, like 2,300. I think blueberries specifically are 2,300. So clove bud, the essential oil of clove bud, is like in the millions for antioxidants on the ORAC scale. So how amazing is that? So this is kind of like, we call it the big guns, busting out the big guns. If someone in our family is sick or fighting off a sickness, which doesn't happen too often, we try to stay pretty healthy over here. But we would diffuse that, or some other of the big guns. But this is really going to boost your antioxidants, and I love it. So I can't speak highly enough about clove bud. So yeah, that's about it. If you guys want to know more about clove oil or any of the other oils, just let me know. Okay, bye-bye.